I'm Dan Fradenburgh, and I don't know who they are, but they say it's better to be lucky than good, and I'm putting that to the test. And the way that I'm putting it to the test is because I had a rematch against the number two ranked chess player in the world, Hikaru Nakamura, and this time there's kind of a funny story to it. So with no further ado, let's pull this up here. Here's the game review. Now, the thing that excited me compared to the last one I started it on move 3 in this, it's called an odds match. Basically, Hikaru gives the subscribers, the people he plays against, a little bit of an advantage or sometimes a massive advantage. And what shocked me here is like, oh my God, this isn't 960, so the pieces aren't randomized. I actually get to do a proper opening, which is that I get to remember my training because I've had training, which is good. So Hikaru starts out with e3 right here, and so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and do a King's Indian defense. I come out with the knight. It says that it's an excellent move, but it says that I probably should have started out with that. I'm not sure what that's all about. But he brings out the knight to develop. I start to fianchetto over here. It says that I should have put my knight out, but the main thing is if you're looking at the evaluation bar here on the side, it hasn't moved at all, so that's good. So he brings this out. I fianchetto, knowing that that's basically what I'm supposed to do. This is basically like a London style setup with these two pawns right here. And so I castle because I'm like, okay, I got to protect stuff. And it's right around here that I realize, oh, I got an extra queen. I can't believe how long it took for me to realize that I got an extra queen. I probably would have done a thing or two a little bit different, and I probably would have, basically I start to get really aggressive in a second, as you'll see. But so I end up going right here to basically take out the center. That's a good way to show the advantage really, really quickly, even though it says that I should have gone for like a more of a Grunfeld sort of approach. But he ends up supporting his center a little bit more, the idea being that he probably knows I'm going to take here, and then he'll take back, and so then he'll have the two center pawns and I won't. So I take, it says that I should have gone here, but it doesn't affect the evaluation at all. He ends up taking. That's interesting. Gets an extra 0.4 to my advantage, but now I finally do the best move of saying, it's okay, well, I'm going to stop your advance right here, and if he goes here, then that square is attacked twice, once by my knight, once by my pawn, and he goes, okay, well, I'll threaten there, just basically more development. I bring my knight out, which is standard development, so then that way maybe I can go right here, and then that way this pawn's being threatened to take apart his center. He supports his knight right here. At this point in the match, Hikaru said he was fairly happy with his setup, even though I've got this extra queen that I haven't taken any advantage of yet. So then I'm like, okay, well, it's time to start trading some pieces, because that's basically how you make sure that your opponent doesn't have the firepower to really do much. So I bring my knight here to threaten this knight right there. It's interesting that it says that I should have moved my bishop out here, but once again, the advantage is exactly the same. He brings his bishop over here because he has to avoid trading pieces, and my knight was threatening right here, and you betcha I was going to make that trade. But I'm like, okay, well, I'll take this one instead. So we trade knights. It says I still should have brought my bishop out here. Advantage hasn't changed at all. He takes back, which was the best engine move. I move this over here with the intention of bringing my pawn out to attack the center even more, because on that square right there, it's defended both by the bishop and by the rook, and he starts to take up a little bit more space over here, kind of restricting this knight movement a little, or well, I think it's to take away this square right there. But I'm like, okay, so I bring my queen out here to basically, I don't want him to be able to move anything over here. I want to start clogging up the work, so to speak, and take advantage of having this extra queen. He moves over here, which is good because as soon as he moves this pawn, then that gives access to this diagonal. At this point, it's really hard to see what his plan is really going going to be. So I find the best move, which is to threaten this knight. Again, the idea is just start trading off pieces so he has nothing to really defend with, because I have the superior attacking force with this extra queen on the board. And so he ends up threatening this knight right here with the pawn, and I say I don't care about that. I'm trading pieces, even if we do an even Steven trade here, you know, my bishop for his knight. Even if he ends up taking back here, then I can you know, run my knight somewhere else. If that bishop's over there, then that means when I turn around on my second move to go over here, then there's no bishop threatening him, and I'd be threatening the queen. So he takes back. And just as I said, you know, I dodge out of this little pawn attack here if I know how to draw an arrow, and he ends up supporting this this bishop, and basically because he knows that this file, he wants to have some control with his rook once that clears out. And so I move over here to threaten the queen, and also you know, just in case maybe I'll be able to pull that out, or who knows, you know, just start sacrificing things. And this is when I had the wonderfully ego stroking moment, when he's starting to say, it's like, okay, I'm getting a bit outplayed here. He wasn't like, when this move came out, he was starting to get a little bit nervous, which that was amazing. So I brought this up here because if he takes, again, it's covered twice, once by the bishop, once by the rook. So if he takes, I take with the bishop, and that has this crazy diagonal where if we do end up trading right here, you know, I'm also targeting the rook. So he's starting to sweat a little bit. And this pawn, even though this bishop is attacking it, it's covered by my original queen. So things are looking pretty rosy. And I'm just really pleased that we're now on move 17. And I haven't lost like any of my advantage at all, which is pretty cool. So he moves his rook over here that supports this pawn in case I decide to attack it with something. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to trade this off. So now if he takes with the bishop, then I'd take back over here. But you know, he's more likely to do that. But he's not really eager to move that pawn for a couple reasons. One of them being that where it stands, it's defended by this pawn right there. So it's probably better to leave it. If he takes right there, then and I take, then he'd be able to take back right there. But that also would give this whole I always get rank and file confused here, but yeah, this is the rank, the third rank. The queen would have way more control over that, which would be pretty scary, especially because I might get, if this queen is down here, it might make sense to actually sacrifice my queen and then use my rook to take this. So as you can see, this was no slouch as far as a match goes. Like, this was, you know, like, this is a tangled web. There are all sorts of opportunities on both sides to mess this up, but I don't mess it up for another few moves. That's good, right? Anyway, so he ends up taking this pawn right there. Best move, I take back. He takes with the queen, and I move my rook over here. The idea being that I can do a discovered attack. You know, like maybe well, it's recommending my knight goes over here, but you know, I was just basically thinking, okay, well, I can move my knight somewhere, and then I got this revealed attack on the queen, and it's supported by my other queen. So he moves over here. It's interesting that he says that this bishop move is better. I guess the idea being that the computer wants him to take that pawn, and then if I take that with the queen, he gets one of my queens off the board. But you know, I wouldn't do that. That's kind of stupid. Anyway, next, so I moved this over here. This is the first move where Hikaru said that it wasn't. It was probably not right. You can see that the little green check mark means that it was considered good as far as the engine is concerned, and good is not really good in the sense of it's not the best engine move. It's not a great move. A great move is when there's only one good move on the entire board and you found it. It's not a brilliant move because that's a sacrifice. That's also a great move. But below best, there's excellent, and then it's good, and then you get into the moves that are actually a bit of problematic, which are called inaccuracies, and then there's mistakes, and then there's blunders. There's also misses, which is if you get a miss, you had an opportunity to mess somebody up based off of one of their mistakes, and you didn't catch it. So I move over here trying to threaten the queen, and of course now I run into a silly mistake. And the silly mistake I'm talking about is that it says right here the best engine move was to move my knight back right here, and I don't like to do ziggy zaggy backy forthy things because it's basically telling your opponent that, hey, I can't figure out any other moves to do right here, so I'm going to just try for a draw, which of course that'd be total bragging rights, but I gotta go easy on the guy, right? It's just gotta show respect, right? Right. Anyway, so he ends up taking my pawn. It says it's a good move. He says that he should have just traded queens, but he doesn't want to do that because I have an extra queen. I've got this queen staring at over here. I've got the ability to maybe bring this rook over there. Basically, these pieces can start flying off the board really, really quickly. So I end up connecting these two queens here so that I have complete control over this diagonal that kind of it shoots myself in the foot a little bit here. It says that if I put my knight over here, that's better because the queen can't really take it, and it does threaten this this knight right over here. And so then he starts doing his, I'm going to call it a Hail Mary attack. Maybe Hikaru would perceive it differently. It absolutely 100% worked. The idea is that he brings this here so that this queen focuses on that pawn, which is a threat that I completely underestimated. As you can see right here, because I'm like, okay, well, I think he has to trade right there. But as you can see, the eval bar, this is that's move 24 that I finally make a mistake. It says mate in 2, and of course he sees it immediately. It was funny, he was being very complimentary up until this point, but with mate in 2 he hits right here, and I see that my only legal move is to come over here, and then the queen would go here, which is backed up by the rook, which means it's checkmate. And so there you go, there's my rematch with queen odds, as they call it. In other words, I got an extra queen. That's basically a good strategy if you're playing with your kids or something like that. And all of that was inside about 5 minutes of playtime. It was about 4 minutes and 20 seconds once again, even though it wasn't a Bongcloud. Anyway, so that's what that was my exciting second chance playing Hikaru. It was absolutely amazing because honestly, on my bucket list, there were two things that I wanted to try playing Hikaru with. One of them was the Bongcloud, and the other one was with queen odds, because I'm like, okay, I wonder how I can do. But at the end of the day, being able to get through 23 moves and sustaining my advantage through the whole thing, I'm pleased with myself. Part of it too is that, like Hikaru, he's I think he's 37 right now, and I'm 45, and people keep on talking about how this chess is a young person's game. And I basically want to say it's like, no, I don't think so. I think it's like languages, where it's really about discipline, concerted effort, and all that sort of stuff. And hopefully with me playing, like I've only been playing online for just shy of 2 years. I've known how to play for a long time, but I didn't have any real sophisticated strategies before that. But anyway, this is for chesswithinvestors.com. I'm really just trying to build that entire site, the presence, bring this game to more people, because it really does help you with your neuroplasticity. It helps you use your old noodle, even though it's not I don't even know what else to say. But anyway, if you want to check out a few more episodes, that'd be great. If you do want to appear on Chess with Investors, where we play a live game of chess and discuss our investment strategies, usually in real estate and commercial real estate, but sometimes I have stock pickers, hedge fund managers, that sort of thing on the show as well, just connect with me on LinkedIn. I've got my name's Dan Fradenburgh, and so you can see that in the name of the YouTube channel. I'm super easy to find. You can also Google me and just to find the LinkedIn page. But that's all I got for today. I really appreciate the fact that you stuck with this video, and if you want to do me a solid and hit the subscribe button, maybe if enough people do it, then those deadbeats at YouTube will start to pay for these videos instead of me, which I think would be amazing. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your week. Hope you realize some of your dreams like I did. Thanks. Bye. I mean, golly.
Just take the tower.
Oh, hey there. I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you are into chess, if you play chess and you're an investor of some sort, real estate or otherwise, well, you can be on the show too. I know, right? All you have to do is connect with me on LinkedIn. My name's Dan Fradenburgh, so I'm super duper easy to find on LinkedIn, where I spend most of my social media time. But if you're one of those people who just don't play chess, I don't pay attention to him, I don't judge. All you have to do is go to dandoesdeals.com and you'll find the Chance Encounter series, where you're welcome to be a guest on it, where you can share your core competencies that you're likely to contribute to a GP team or a JV. You don't have to be doing syndications. And we'll talk about your buy boxing and stuff like that. It's easy peasy. It's like 15 minutes long to record, and there are no real fastball questions. Just tell the truth and everybody will be fine. And if that's not really your thing, dandoesdeals.com, it also has the way to meet more, join more people, add more people to your investor list, your different deal sponsor operators and KPs and passive investors, all that kind of stuff. I'm probably repeating myself, but I'll give you the rest of your day. I appreciate you watching Chess with Investors. See you next time. Bye.